The person getting arrested here is Jon Vincent Eberle, the prime suspect in the murder of his ex-wife, Tammy Ramos, whom he shot multiple times. Just moments before this, a chilling 911 call had been made by a neighbor who heard the gunfire and was alerted by Jon's own son that something went terribly wrong.
My neighbor just ran me down and said that his dad went into the house with a gun and he heard gunshots and he thinks he shot his mom.
What makes this even more devastating is that their children were forced to witness the death of their mother and being helpless to do anything as their world collapsed around them.
She leaned forward me and she started screaming at me. I pulled it out. And then I shot and I shot. I remember shooting again. I'm crazy.
It was a bloody scene, nothing short of gruesome. But was it anger, jealousy, or something even worse that drove Jon to commit this shocking crime? On March 1st, 2019, a quiet afternoon in Pompano Beach was shattered by gunfire. At 12:55 p.m., neighbors on Southwest 13th Street called 911 in fear, reporting that a man had shot his ex-wife. Moments earlier, the couple's 2 young sons had run to a neighbor's home, saying their parents were fighting, an escape they had to make after witnessing violence no child should ever see. First responders arrived to find 44-year-old Tammy Ramos fatally shot inside her own home. The tragedy was made heavier by the long history of domestic violence that had existed between Tammy and Jon, a pattern that had already left deep scars long before that day. But what unfolded next inside the interrogation room would reveal Jon's version of events, shaped by jealousy, resentment, and years of unresolved turmoil, setting the stage for a deeper truth investigators were about to confront.
As far as you and Tammy, you guys have been, I guess, divorced. Has it been legally divorced for 2 years?
Roughly, yeah.
Okay. And since that time you haven't been living with her, I guess, correct?
Well, when we got divorced initially, I lived with her for 6 months.
Okay. And then you moved. Have you lived anywhere else besides the residence you live in now at Lauderdale Legacy?
That's the place I moved to, yeah.
Okay. All right. So, your guys' relationship, though, I mean, I pulled some previous reports. It doesn't seem like nothing major, right, I guess? Or
no,
what's
nothing.
going on?
I got, and I don't want to make excuses. I had surgery like 30 days ago, and I haven't slept literally in 30 days. And my whole demeanor and everything in my psychoses is wrong. She not threatened, but she told me I can't go over her house anymore. So I went over there today to give her payment check, and Gavin was there, and she freaked out. And she's like, "Don't step in the house," and yada yada. And that's when everything just went down.
And Gavin's your son, right, I guess?
Yes.
And you have another son with her, correct?
Yes, Jaden.
All right. So my partner told me you just bought the gun recently?
Yeah.
All right. Why'd you buy the gun?
I was having problems sleeping, and I couldn't sleep. And someone said I need to relieve tension. So they said going to a firing range is probably a good thing to relieve tension. So I went there today. I shot it. I was petrified. I never shot a gun before.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had it in my pocket, and it just so happened that I don't. It's like crazy. It's just a blur.
Well, your son was saying that basically gave him money to go walk the dog.
Yeah, I was giving him because he's always asking me for money because I wanted to talk to his mom. I was sitting at the doorstep actually waiting for her mom to come out of the shower.
Are you usually not allowed inside the house, or what's the rules on that aspect of it?
Just recently, she told me I'm not allowed to come in the house.
All right. How long? So by recent, what do you mean? Like a month? 2 months?
2 months.
Okay.
As the interrogation begins, Jon doesn't start with anger or regret, but the terrifying irony is inescapable. A man who wasn't even allowed in that house anymore because of his past domestic violence charges had put Tammy into a sleep from which she would never wake.
So you came over today, obviously, and you just told him to go. I mean, why do you want him to go walk the dog? Or why did you not want him around?
It's because I wanted to talk to her, the mom, one-on-one. That's
right.
Pretty much it.
Have you been talking to her on the phone though and stuff, or what's?
Once in a while.
All right. Text messages, or what do you guys usually
Mostly
do?
texts.
Right.
She doesn't usually respond back.
Did you talk to her today at all on the phone?
No, I texted her a couple times, so.
Okay. Where's your phone at right now?
I don't know.
Okay. What type of phone do you have?
Just Apple.
An iPhone? What color do you know?
No.
So obviously you're there and you ask him to go and leave. Tell me, I said I wasn't there. I haven't talked to Detective Dyer too much, but what happened? Tell me what happened. I want to hear your words.
Well, I just told him, I said, go walk the dog. I said, go down to the end of the park. He did, and then he came back, and she was going to come out of the room. So I said, I gave him another like $20. I said, go down the block this way, and I kept on doing that. And then she came out, and she was like, why are you sitting on the doorstep? And she started freaking out. And then it happened.
What happened?
We just got into an altercation, and I don't know. It's like, just like I said, I was mentally, I'm not there, man.
Listen, you're the only one that can tell me 100% what happened there. All right?
I know. I am.
So what? I need you to think about it and tell me what happened.
Well, all I remember is her coming up to me and she's getting in my face and she pushed me. I think she scratched me.
Where did this happen at?
Right outside, right at the door.
Okay. And then what happened?
And I lost it. I mean, obviously I must have shot her, and I'm just.
Did you punch her at all?
No.
So, but obviously you must have shot her. What does that mean? Do you remember shooting your gun?
Hmm?
Do you remember shooting your gun?
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember her yelling and screaming, and then I remember pulling the trigger, and her.
Jon sits in the interrogation room with an unsettling calm. He keeps rubbing his forehead, touching his nose, and shifting in his seat, showing small signs of a mind under stress. But this was only the surface. What lay beneath was yet to unfold.
Now, as far as Gavin told me that you took his phone.
Whose phone?
Gavin's phone.
Well, I left it on the doorstep.
Okay, but why'd you take his phone?
I don't know. I just told him to walk down. I don't want him to be on his phone, and just.
Listen, I know that's not truthful though a little bit, because I know why he confronted you with his phone.
Oh, because I went in the house.
Right. Listen, I'd rather you be honest with me about everything. So I can tell. Listen, this is your time to talk to me and be honest and truthful about everything, so that we know what's going on. Because
I was going in the house to talk to the mom, and then every time I walked in there, Gavin would say like, "Hey, what are you doing?" So I went back because I wanted to talk with Tammy, and then I didn't go in, and then she came out. But that's one of the reasons why I took his phone.
I mean, you guys haven't had this happen. I mean, from what I said, the little bit I've read, I don't know your guys' personal relationship, but talking to your son, there's not a giant violent history between you guys.
No.
So, what's going on, man? Tell me.
I'm telling you what, I haven't slept in 30 days, and I just mentally, I got sent home from work a couple times.
But you said you had surgery. What type of surgery you had?
I was an idiot, because I was having difficulties breathing, and I can't even breathe right now better. And he widened my nostrils, opened them up. So then I told him I couldn't breathe. So then they had me on. He gave me like all these anxiety drugs. He's like, "Oh, it's all in your mind."
Now he gave you anxiety drugs, or the guy who widened your nose? Is he a doctor, a psychiatrist, or what?
He's a plastic.
Okay. And he gave you what type of medication you been on?
Oh, he gave me that, and that did nothing.
What medication did he give you? Do you remember?
Like Xanax.
Xanax. How long ago did he give you that?
He gave me a prescription for like 10.
So that's obviously been done with?
Or? No, I only took like 2 or 3 because it did nothing. But then trying to go to bed, I've been taking lorazepam, and that really hasn't helped either. I got that from a friend.
Illegally, or
what?
Did you get a prescription, or a friend just gave it to you?
A friend just gave it.
All right. I'm not here about that. I could care less.
2 milligrams.
When was the last time you took that?
Last night. I was excited last night. I was like, went to bed by 8:30. I thought I was going to get a good night's sleep and closed my eyes, woke up at 9 o'clock, and the rest of the night I couldn't sleep. I haven't slept, like I said, in like 20 plus days, and my whole mental state is...
Have you ever been bankrupted before at all?
I don't do drugs.
No, Baker. Do you know what Baker Act means?
No.
That means mentally, like, checked into a mental institution or seen by a psychologist or a psychiatrist.
No.
Never. Okay.
He paints himself as a man pushed to his limits, but as the interrogation proceeds, his fragile image will begin to shift. Soon, Jon will start twisting his words with lies, spinning stories, and searching for ways to defend the impossible.
I mean, shooting a gun can be relaxing, but it doesn't seem like a relaxing thing to do at all. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, who told you to do this as a relaxing thing?
I need patience.
At work?
Yeah.
I mean,
Bro, I'm not. I go to church 2-3 times a week. I don't know how this happened. It just did.
I know how. I mean, yes, it's a fairly simple how. It's more. I still am trying to understand the why. Like,
She's just been, I always thought we'd be a family. We agreed upon when we got divorced that we'd be a family. We'd go on trips and stuff. With the house, the kids never want to come to my house. When I go to their house, I want to hang out in their bedrooms and stuff. And she nixed that. So I had all this built up anger. I haven't been sleeping. And I think it just all came out.
I mean, you guys have been together a long time. I mean, were you guys married? How long you guys were married?
15 years.
And like I said, it seems like good times before that, right?
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much.
And she wouldn't let you see your kids at all?
She would, but she wouldn't only let me go there and pick them up and then take them away.
How often did they stay at your place?
Not too often.
Do you guys actually have custody arrangements, or what type of stuff do you have?
Well, custody arrangements was I was supposed to get them every other weekend, and sometimes Wednesdays, and that really didn't pan out because I work 7 days a week usually.
Yeah, 'cause I was talking to Gavin. He said he hadn't seen you in a while and stuff like that. As far as it went, he said up until basically, I guess, 2019, stuff was okay, and then recently it's kind of got worse.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, which relationship? I mean, you're close with your sons, I'm guessing, right?
Kinda.
What do you mean by kinda? Tell me.
Well, I don't have a good relationship with either one of them. They're kind of protected behind their mom. When I see them, they just give me hugs, we small talk, and that's it.
So she was does she not let you see them then, or?
She doesn't. I mean, she's always like, oh, you can see them whenever you want. And then when I go over there and I just want to hang out, she says, no, you need to leave.
Yeah, like you said, so before you were allowed inside the residence recently, you haven't been able to?
Correct.
As far as, do you want to get back together with her, or, I mean?
Yeah, I did.
What was her feelings on all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, right. No.
I mean, did you guys have conversations about it, or what went on? Talk to me.
Jon begins to cast himself as the victim. He also portrays Tammy being the one holding him back, as if her boundaries had driven him to commit such a gruesome crime. But the facade wouldn't last, and soon every lie he clings to would come crashing down on him.
She basically said that I had enough chances in our marriage that she kept on taking me back because I cheated and cheated and cheated. But she would never try that again. So that hurt. But I was still okay. It was just the sleep deprivation just drove me insane.
Besides those, the Razapam and Xanax, taking anything else at all? Listen, if you do illegal drugs, I'm not here about that. Have you smoke weed, anything like that at all?
No, I
drink.
Not really. I mean, I had a couple shots. One night to try to fall asleep. It did nothing. I'm Jack.
Anything else at all? Mm-hmm. You're a chiropractor, is that right?
I'm a physical therapist.
Physical therapist, all right. You prescribe medication then, or?
No.
Okay. So nothing else though, as far as drugs and like that at all. Like I said, listen, here's your time to get everything out on the table regarding.
I haven't done any drugs ever. The most I ever did was when I was in Seattle. I smoked, pot.
Listen, I can argue with anyone. It's going to be legal ever pretty soon, anyways. I mean,
can you tell how
no, tell me.
How are the dogs? What happened to the dogs? Are they okay?
From what I told, dogs are okay. I believe they secured them. And they're probably over at a neighbor's house right now and stuff like that. Your kids are obviously here right now. We brought them down to the station and talked to them. We're trying to get a hold of their grandma. Her mom, Sharon, was supposedly notified she was coming here or whatever to talk with us too, and kind of go from there.
She's got to be devastated.
Yeah. What's your relationship with her?
I don't know. She plays good cop, bad cop. Like, she's nice to me, but then she says stuff behind my back. I can't believe. I mean, I just think in an instant your life could change.
Well, yeah. I mean, especially when something like this happens. This is a very serious incident that happened. As far as the firearm, do you know where it's at?
Firearm.
The firearm, the gun.
It's all a blur. I either dropped it on the floor or it's in my Jeep.
Okay. So there's a two I mean, there's nowhere else it could be, I guess, right? Because were you taken in custody in your Jeep?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't know that. I was told a couple of different things. I haven't been to the scene, obviously, so I didn't know exactly who we were taken in custody. Have you ever tried to, I mean, as far as like I said, your son said you said you were acting really suspicious. Your son and his friend even said that. Like, as he was there, do you know the friend at all? Have you ever met the friend before?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, why did you want to talk to her so bad? I mean,
I was jittery all day. I went home from work. I was going to go home and try to sleep. I said, okay. I went to the gun range, shot a few rounds, and it was like, why did I ever buy this gun? Because it was the first time I ever shot a gun before. Put in my car, went to Burger King, which I never do. Went to her house to pay her with a check. She wasn't there. Should have went back to work. I went down the street, hung out, 10 minutes, drove back, and I see that she was pulling in the driveway. And then that's when everything happened.
Now, you said you put the gun in the car at first. How did it get into your pocket?
It didn't take long for things to shift. When the detective questions him about the gun, Jon's explanation falters, and his first lie becomes clear. From here on, every answer he gives only tightens the focus on him, because this is the moment investigators begin to see the truth he can't talk his way out of.
I had it in the car, and then when I was down at the end of the street, I was playing with a clip, and I put it in my pocket with the safety on.
And then, do you know how many rounds were inside of it, or?
It was a magazine, so I think maybe 5 or 6.
Was the magazine full when do you remember?
I'm pretty sure it was full.
Okay. Because obviously you don't remember how many times you fired, or do you remember?
No.
Do you remember the roundabout, if it was more than one?
Definitely more than one.
Do you remember seeing what hurt? Did she have a weapon at all, or?
No.
Okay. Has she ever attacked you before at all, or?
No, she just gets in my face.
So she's never been physical? I mean,
no.
Have you been physical with her before in the past, really? I mean, I was told once you grabbed her. Listen, I'm not gonna...
Her mom said I punched her when she was pregnant. That's not true. And back in 2004, when she was pregnant, she locked me out of the house. And...
Pregnant with Gavin, or with the...
Gavin. And wouldn't open up the door, and I was banging on the door. So then when she opened the door, I got mad. I slapped her in the face. That was it. That was in 2004.
Outside of that, though, I mean... Never touched her. Right.
Though her mom will probably say it differently.
Well, I mean, even Gavin said he remembers one time you supposedly grabbed her by the arm or something like that, and that was basically all that he could ever say ever happened, which, listen, we all have our arguments and disagreements, and I'm not going to fault someone for grabbing their wife by their arm at all, okay, during an argument.
So how,
what?
I mean, is the DA going to come here and say, this is what we're going to convict you with, and this and that, or?
Well, I got to go and type. And like I said, I'm trying to find out why. Like I said, this is the thing. I still don't know.
Yeah,
to be honest with you, it looks like you wanted. To be honest with you, it looks like you wanted to do this based on what your son's saying, his friend's saying, you paying to go down the street and stuff like that. And this has never happened before in the past.
Yeah.
Is that the case? I need to know that. I mean.
Yeah, it seems like that. I just thought I would get the mom, Tammy alone, and just see what's up. And I wasn't thinking clearly. Like I said, I haven't slept in 30 days. And then when she confronted me and started screaming at me, I remember pulling out the gun and thinking to myself, what the are you doing? And then instead of her like backing down and saying, oh my God, she like said, what are you doing? Call, this and that. And
she screamed to her son to call the police because you're pulling a gun on her.
I know, man.
I mean, you're not a gun guy.
No.
Right?
No, I'm not.
So, like I said, my perspective is you buy a gun a week ago, you go to the gun range first time to shoot it, you sit and wait for her like you're telling me, you're paying your son to go wait down the street and stuff like that. How else am I supposed to look at this, man? Except this is something you planned.
I didn't really plan it.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, I didn't plan it. I didn't want this to happen like this.
What did you want to have happen?
I just wanted her to talk to me and see what's up. And
I mean, did you plan on threatening her with the gun?
I don't know what I was thinking. I just had the gun and I wasn't even thinking about pulling it. It just kind of was there. She was like screaming at me.
Tammy and Jon Vincent Eberle shared a long and troubled history. Back in 2009, police had been called to their home after a domestic violence incident. Years later, in 2017, Tammy filed for divorce, but the case was dismissed, leaving her tied to a marriage that was already breaking apart. But the most surreal part is yet to come. Soon, he would describe events that existed only in the dreams of his sleepless mind.
Well, how do you...
Well, you just popped the gun. I mean, why? I understand you're saying relieve anxiety, but that's not it. To be honest with you, guns are an anxious thing. I said stress relievers, I guess maybe punching something and stuff like that, but guns are a little bit on the extreme side.
I never tried it. Well, what do you want from me?
I want to know the truth. I don't know if I can believe you. Like I said, as far as you waiting there, you're paying your son to go wait down the street. He keeps on coming. He came back 5 times, he said. It wasn't like you paid him once. What?
4 times.
Okay, 4 times. That's a lot of times. Yeah. Your son keep on coming back, and you keep on telling him to go away.
That seems like I was waiting for the mom to come out, Tammy.
But you weren't waiting. You were trying to go in the house, also, weren't you?
I was trying to go in the house because I was just trying to scope out things to see what was in there and stuff. Because she was in the shower.
Why would we try? Do you think someone else was in there?
I don't know.
Do you know where your other son was?
No.
So did you think he could have been in there too?
Jaden?
Yeah.
No, I think he was at school.
Okay. But why would you... I mean, did you think maybe there was another guy in there?
Maybe. I don't know.
Tell me. What do you think? It's your mind. You said you wanted to scope the place out. Why?
Well, I was just walking in there and I was going to confront her in the bedroom and then I walked back. And then I kept on contemplating. That's why I kept on giving him money and say go down the end of the street.
Contemplating what?
Contemplating just to talk to her inside the house.
You sure?
Yeah.
Sure there's not more to it at all than that? I mean, like I said, that's a lot of contemplating. Like I said, to have a gun in your pocket that you purposely put in your pocket.
Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, and like I said, I haven't been thinking clearly these last 25, 30 days. I mean, I don't even know how I'm going to sleep now because with the Razepam, at least that knocked me out for 20 minutes.
What'd you think about afterwards? I mean, so obviously, yeah, you shot her, right?
Yeah.
And then what happens? What do you remember after that? What are you thinking?
I don't know. It's all like a blur.
When we brought down to the main jail and stuff like that, yeah, it'll probably be the last time for a while. But like I said, before I type stuff, before I really go and sit down and start typing stuff right now.
Ultimately, my life I felt was going downhill. And this sleeping thing just crushed me. I never got sent home from work. I had patients complain about me and all this stress. Tammy was just...
Are you blaming her somewhat for all this stuff that's gone on in your life?
Her?
Yeah. You blame her for the not sleeping, your job being downhill now?
A little bit. But no, I mean, I blame more the doctor, because the doctor's like, oh, I can do this. She didn't have it. She had like zero compassion. And basically I was basically screaming out. I was basically looking for help or her just to show some empathy. And she's like, well, just fix yourself. And then I can't believe I did what I did.
The man who killed the mother of his children now talks about compassion and empathy, as if those words still carry weight coming from him. This is only the start, because what he says next will reveal far more than he intends.
Did you want to do it?
I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, now looking back, no.
But at that time, did you want to hurt her?
When she came out screaming at me, obviously I wanted something. I mean, I wasn't thinking clearly.
I mean, when you're there waiting, though. That's more what I mean. That's what I'm wondering about. Like I said, the waiting is what I'm wondering about. If you're waiting there to hurt her or scare her even, or like I said, I mean, that's not just I want to talk to you. Trying to get your son to walk away, that's not just I want to talk to you.
I don't think so.
Think so what, that you wanted to scare her or that you wanted to hurt her or what?
I didn't think I wanted to either. I just wanted to talk to her. And then
what did you want to say to her? Let's put it that way. What did you want to say to her?
I just want to say, hey, look, I'm a good guy. I'm a Christian, I want to start coming to the house and being with the boys more because she's always shuts me off. I give her texts and she never responds. And then when she sees me in the doorstep and comes out screaming and yelling in her towel, I was like, Tam, here's your $2,400 check. You're welcome. And then she asked, and I was just like, I was so like just enraged.
And that's when you think you wanted to hurt her, basically, because you were so enraged there?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, because you were there for a while, I guess, right? From what the sunset went on for a little while, this whole back and forth of him walking down the street, walking back.
Probably like a half hour.
The detective looks tired, the kind of tired that comes from hearing too many rehearsed explanations and lies.
Did you punch her at all or hit her at all?
No.
Do you remember grabbing her at all?
No. She just...
Did you grab her at all?
I didn't grab her.
Okay. And I was told she was in towels, is that correct?
She basically was where you were, screaming at me, and then she took a step towards me, yelling, and that's when I pulled out the gun.
Why?
I don't know.
I mean, I'm assuming she's, well, I mean, I haven't seen her size-wise.
She's small.
Did you say anything to her at all before? Besides that, I want to talk to you about the money or whatever and stuff like that. Anything else? When you pulled the gun out, do you remember saying anything?
No, when she saw the gun, she started freaking out. She's like screaming, Gavin, call the police.
What did you say to her?
I didn't say anything.
You just started shooting or what?
No, I didn't shoot. I just held there, and then she just didn't back down. I just remember just shooting.
So you don't remember how many times? So when you shot, how far away was she, would you say? Was the gun touching her, or was it further away?
It was further away. It was probably like where you were.
All right, so about 3 to 4 feet or so?
Yes, sir.
But you said she grabbed you, though. Was it after the shooting or before the shooting? She grabbed you?
Before the shooting.
Was she trying to get you out of the house, or what was the
Yeah, she was trying to push me and get me out of the house.
All right. What's your feelings on everything?
I don't know. I'm new at this. I
know. Like I said, you don't seem like a bad. I mean, but I think you were put in a position. I think you
mentally I wasn't there. So I mean, could I say I was mentally insane?
I mean, you're there waiting for her, though. I don't know about mentally insane sometimes, and you try to flee. Obviously, you didn't try to hurt yourself at all.
Yeah, true. I wasn't thinking right.
Well, I mean, but like I said, you didn't try to hurt yourself afterwards. It's not like it was a homicide type thing.
Yeah, but that's usually what that mentally insane do.
No, I mean, everyone has a different thing. Every person is different, so I can't say. But obviously, that's not what happened, correct?
Correct.
How you feeling? You okay?
I'm okay. I wouldn't say this was premeditated, though.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying,
I know.
I just, I
mean, have you thought about hurting her in the past?
No. To be honest, I don't know why. I just felt, I don't know, I think I was just...
I mean, you have to take a look at my spot, though, that you buy a gun a week beforehand, pick the gun up today, shoot it, go over to the house, paying your son to walk away.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I mean, what am I supposed to think on that aspect?
Yeah, I don't know.
You walk in and you shoot her. If I laid that out to you and you're sitting in my position, what would you say?
Probably is premeditated.
Even with all the evidence against him, Jon still tries to escape blame by saying he was mentally insane when he pulled the trigger. He sits there, answering questions while munching on a bag of chips as if nothing had happened. If this is his idea of remorse, it shows just how empty he really is from the inside.
Do you want to talk to me more? Or?
Yeah, I do.
What?
I just, like I said, everything's surreal right now, and I can't believe what's happened. And, you know, my intention was going over there, I thought for some reason, through act of God, we could talk, and when she freaked out,
Why do you think you needed the gun to talk to her, though? That's the thing I can't get past, is the gun being, like,
Yeah.
You're not owning the gun at all, and the gun being your pocket while you're trying to talk to her. Why do you think you needed the gun?
I think I needed the gun because if she was going to raise her tone, I think I was thinking about, I don't know what I was thinking. I was done. I wasn't thinking clearly. I'm thinking clearly now.
Did you think about threatening her with it if she raised her tone? I mean, like...
I don't know. Honestly, I walked in there and I had it in my pocket, and then when she leaned forward me and she started screaming at me, I pulled it out. And then I shot. I remember shooting again. It's crazy. I'm crazy.
I mean, we all have our issues and stuff, obviously. Unfortunately, it usually doesn't get to this level, I don't think.
Yeah, no.
And that's what I think everyone's trying to wrap their head around, is that even Sharon, I mean, like I said, she's saying she was always there for you, people were trying to get you help.
Yeah, I mean, they all thought I needed to see a psychiatrist and this, that, and I said, I don't need it. I just need to sleep. I mean, I was mentally going downhill, and I said, you know, I can't sleep, and it went back.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
I believe you've been honest with me pretty much, so. But
yeah.
Were you there any time earlier today?
I don't think so.
Why are you lying to me now?
No, I'm not. I'm trying to think. When I drove there.
Because you said you were only there about a half hour beforehand. I have people seeing you there way before she gets there with the kids.
No,
Did you talk to her at all today? Did she see you there at all today?
Yeah, I went there this early in the morning and I saw her.
Okay. Well, you didn't. Never told me that.
I totally forgot before I went into work.
Why did you go this? So what happened this morning?
When I'm trying to think, was that today? Yeah, I went there and she opened the door and I talked to her.
Did you have the gun then, or?
No.
Okay.
And then I told her I'd get her a check later.
So why did you go there this morning?
Why did I go there? Just to say hello.
No. It had to be more than that.
No, I mean, I went there. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to remember if it was before what.
You didn't have the check, obviously, to give to her, so that's not the reason why you went there.
No, I didn't have the check on me.
Why didn't you talk to her then about this? You told me later on that the reason why you waited there this afternoon. This is the problem I'm having now is you go by there this morning and actually talk to her this morning, right?
Yeah. No, and I told her I'd give her the check later that day.
All right. But then you said the whole point of this afternoon, waiting around and telling your son to go down the street and stuff like that, is because you wanted to talk to her. Well, obviously you already talked to her this morning, and you had your opportunity to talk to her this morning.
Well, this morning, though, she just slammed the door in my face. She was on a call, and I knocked. Why didn't I go there this morning? I can't even...
So are you pissed that she slammed the door in your face this morning?
Not that bad. No, I mean, because she always does that. I'm trying to think why I woke up I went to church. That's what it was. I went to church. Church let out at 8:30. I figure I didn't go to work till 9, so I beelined to her house just to tell her that I was going to drop off the check later and see what she's doing. And she just, I think, got back from yoga.
Jon insists he went to Tammy's house to hand her a check, but with multiple witnesses seeing him around her house at different times, his version of events only falls apart faster. In this moment, he is caught in his own web of lies and the walls around him begin to close in.
Well, like I said, I feel you really, like I said, the thing was I was a little worried about you weren't telling me you went there earlier and stuff like that.
Totally.
And unfortunately, she can't tell me that. The kids weren't there, so obviously you would be the only one to tell me that. So I was just making sure you weren't leaving out something that happened in there that I need to know about.
Yeah, I think this all boils down to just my mental state. I wasn't sleeping. I was jealous that I thought she was seeing another person, and everything just boiled.
Why do you think she was seeing another person?
Well, just because my intuition, because she went to Hamilton with a guy. It was a group of girls, but then she.
How do you know this?
Because December 22nd, we went on a train. Like, there was a big group of us. She told me she was talking to the other girls, and she was saying like, "Oh, I'm going to Hamilton with what's her name." But then I guess they went on a couple dates, and she really didn't like him. So that kind of threw me through. But I was okay. I told her, I said, just be honest with me. But then she's like, well, you're not allowed to ask about my social life ever. But then, like, for Valentine's Day, I know she went out.
How do you know she went on Valentine's Day?
Well, I kind of know because she wasn't home with the kids, and I figured. And then it was weird. Right after Valentine's Day was when she wouldn't let me in the house, like, at all. And I was like, oh, what are you trying to hide flowers or whatever? Yada 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 yada. I don't know. Maybe she was. Maybe she wasn't. But I think she was.
I mean, is she on Facebook and stuff?
I'm not her Facebook friend.
Okay. So how do you know she wasn't at home on Valentine's Day?
I'm guessing. I don't know.
Oh, well, you said she wasn't at home on Valentine's Day.
I'm guessing she wasn't, but she might have been. No, I mean, I'm serious. I don't know.
Oh, okay. You said that she wasn't at home, so...
I didn't think... I thought...
So you assume she's...
Because usually when I ask her, I'm like, oh, are you going out with anyone? She's usually like, no. No, I'm not interested in anyone. I'm not ready yet, yada yada. But then when I asked her about Valentine's Day, she's like, no, it's none of your business. She's like, so stay out. So I kind of assumed...
Because she was being defensive about it.
Correct. But other than that, I think it was the jealousy and the not sleeping and then just her getting in my face, and I just exploded. And that's the God's honest truth.
So you weren't planning this beforehand, buying the gun and stuff like that to kill her?
No, not at all.
That's not the reason why you bought the gun? To threaten her, to harm her? Like I said, I mean, may not even kill her, just to threaten her?
No, I don't think so. No, I mean, I bought the gun and I thought, oh, cool, I'll have a gun and da-da-da. And then I went over there and I don't know why I had it in my pocket. I felt like, I don't know, I never had a gun before. I just felt, I don't know if empowered is the word.
So it made you feel empowered to have it?
And then when she got in my face, I'm just like, man, what are you doing?
At last, the mask slips. Jon admits what truly drove him over the edge. It wasn't just sleepless nights or fragile nerves, but jealousy. The thought of Tammy moving on and finding comfort with someone else fumed in him until it turned lethal. And that toxic envy became the catalyst that ended her life.
Great job, making over $100,000 a year and good life. And just this last month was just crazy when I got this nose surgery, and the guy wouldn't listen to me. I called him up for weeks. He's like, oh, it's all in your mind. I said, listen, I'm not sleeping. I'm not doing well. And even work, it started affecting my work. I went home twice. I got sent home once. And then last night, I was excited. I went to bed at 8:30 and nothing. I got like maybe an hour if I'm lucky. And I take Xanax and up the... I woke up and I went to church thinking I'd feel better. Nothing. And I drove to Tammy's house and don't know why. She shut the door in my face, and I was like, okay, I went to work, and I didn't feel good, so then I got sent home, and that's when I went to the range. Kind of snowballed from there.
Unfortunate.
It is, and I'm thinking now about my kids now that they didn't lose. Not only did they lose their mom, they lost their father now too. And they're such smart kids. Jaden's like on a roll, was taking college classes. He was ranked 11th in the school.
I mean, they're gonna need a lot of. This is a big thing that's coming into their lives, and I mean, I couldn't fathom this, to be honest with you. For my kids also.
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, they lost their mom, and unfortunately, they're losing you through this too.
In the end, Jon tries to wear regret like a shield, but remorse spoken after the fact cannot undo bullets fired in rage. His words sound less like sorrow and more like the echo of choices that can never be taken back. And so the question lingers. How many warning signs must be ignored before tragedy becomes inevitable? In this case, jealousy, violence, and denial collided until 2 young children were left with no parents to call their own. It forces us to ask, at what point could this chain of destruction have been broken? Jon Vincent Eberle was sentenced to 30 years to life in prison for the first-degree murder of Tammy Ramos. Justice was finally delivered, but at a cost that can never truly be repaid.